Today is a special day at the East Valley Shelter. It's the official kickoff for the Get Your Licks on Route 66 mobile adoption tour. Brandon, along with the Young and the Restless stars Melissa Ordway and Cameron Grimes, are jumping in to lend a helping hand and making a few new friends in the process.
You want to take one home? Yeah, we all do.
One by one, each and every dog up for adoption finds its own forever home. That is, all but one. A 2-year-old dachshund mix named Stewie.
There you are.
How are you the only one left? What is it about you? Here, let me inside.
Tail tucked tightly between his legs, Stewie hasn't shown as well as the other dogs. But despite his nervous disposition, Brandon senses potential.
The one that no one wanted, huh? I'll tell you what. Let's you and I go for a little drive. All right, go on. Lead the way.
Stewie may be on his way to a new life. But during the car ride, a telltale cough raises Brandon's concern and prompts a stop-off at Banfield.
Hi.
Hey, Dr. Nardi.
Who do we have here?
We have Stewie. I just adopted him from the shelter.
Oh, my goodness.
But when I was driving from the shelter, I noticed he coughed a few times in the back seat. Didn't sound like a normal cough. I don't like to make assumptions myself. That's why I'm bringing him to you.
Of course. A lot of times, dogs coming from the shelters can pick up kennel cough. I'm sure it's something you're familiar with. As far as you know from the shelter, he's eating and drinking.
It's totally normal as far as what they say.
Okay, good. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at his face first. Good, eyes look good. Let's take a peek in his ears. Good job, good job. Ears look very good. Well, teeth have a little bit of tartar, mostly on the back molars, but for the most part, they look pretty good. It looks like he's got quite a bit of like white foam towards the back of his throat. All right, so I'm just gonna take a listen to him just to make sure, you know, everything sounds clear in his heart and his lungs. Yeah, his heart and his lungs sound really good. So what did this cough sound like that you heard?
It didn't sound like a normal cough. It sounded much more like a whooping cough.
What I'd like to do is something called a CBC, which is a blood cell count. When we look at a blood cell count, we're looking at red cells, white cells. In his case, we're concerned about the white cells. If the white cells are high, then that's gonna clue me in and say, yes, we're dealing with kennel cough.
Okay.
All right, so we'll be right back. We're gonna go grab some blood.
Perfect, thanks, Doc.
You're welcome. All right. So we got Stewie's blood work back.
How'd he do?
So his white cell count is elevated. It's, I'd say, a few points above normal. So not overly concerned, but definitely leaning towards that kennel cough. And he does have a mildly elevated temperature, which we commonly see with kennel cough. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to put him on a course of antibiotics. Over the next few days, if he's not getting better or if he's getting worse, I want you to bring him back.
So obviously now we've confirmed this, 100% isolation, no contact with other dogs.
Absolutely. He is highly contagious to other dogs. Give it 1 week after the coughing stops, and then he can go back around other dogs. So you're probably looking at about 2 weeks quarantine.
But in the meantime, it is safe to start training him?
I would say he should be okay to train. Of course, just be careful with the collars and the pulling on the neck. If he starts coughing, I'd probably stop his session for the day.
Gotcha.
Did you have any other questions?
That about covers it.
All right, so we'll see you next time.
Thanks, Dr. Nardi.
You're welcome.
All right, come here.
Back at the ranch, Stewie tries on his red training collar.
Wonderful. You look like a total scholar. All right, officially in training, my friend, come on.
But he'll have to wait 2 more weeks before he can meet the rest of the lucky dog pack. In the meantime, Brandon initiates his search for a forever home, and one special couple pops to mind. Steve and Rebecca Adams of Silver Lake, California.
My wife and I have been married for 31 years. We're both Air Force veterans. Moved out from Minnesota about 3 years ago, and we just really enjoy the lifestyle here in Los Angeles. We had a bulldog that came out with us, and fantastic dog, a big part of our lives.
Though Steve and Rebecca initially reached out to Brandon in hopes of finding a companion for their dog, Buddha, fate stepped in before that could happen.
That's our first time without a dog at all in the family in over 20 years. And I was really lost. I really missed my buddy.
Though they're ready to open up their hearts and home to a new pup, Steve and Rebecca do have one specific request.
After owning an 80-pound bulldog, my wife was very adamant that she wanted a dog that was a wee bit smaller.
Come here, get up there, what do you know?
Stewie may fit the criteria, but what's most important right now is getting an overall snapshot of his personality and his understanding of obedience.
Today I'll be doing Stewie's assessment of his knowledge of the 7 common commands. Sit, stay, down, come, off, heel, and no. Can you sit? There you go, that's a sit. Can you go down? Can you lie down? Take that as a no. How about a no command? No, no, yeah, I'll take that as a no.
Heeding Dr. Nardi's advice, Brandon pays close attention to Stewie's symptoms.
Are you a jumper?
Careful not to aggravate his condition or delay the healing process in any way. If he notices any adverse reaction, Stewie's assessment will be postponed to another day.
Is that a heel? Kinda? Sorta? Maybe? All right. Sloppy. Good foundation.
Just yesterday, Brandon rescued 2-year-old Stewie, ensuring him a brighter future.
Okay, come on.
But as Brandon begins working through the common commands, it's Stewie's past that concerns him the most.
Ever since I've adopted Stewie, there's something about him that I've noticed, and it's been bothering me. Stewie is what we refer to as hand-shy. When a dog is hand-shy, that means they react a little bit differently than most dogs when you pet them. Sometimes they'll squint their eyes, sometimes they'll duck their head, and sometimes even worse. With Stewie, I've noticed all the above. In general, dogs that are hand-shy, it usually means one thing. It means they were abused.
Since a history of abuse will dramatically alter the approach to Stewie's training, Brandon needs to know if his hunch is correct.
The way I test this, it's very simple. I have to act like someone who is about to hit him. Yeah. The way Stewie just reacted, it tells me everything. Dogs that have never been hit, they don't react that way. Come here. I'm not gonna do anything, I just had to test you. Stewie has obviously been abused, and now the game plan changes. It's okay. I just had to know. All right, come on.
Not only does Stewie's history change the course of his training, it will also affect his placement. For this reason, Brandon invites Steve and Rebecca up to the ranch to get to know them better.
Tell me a little more about your lives.
My wife and I were both Air Force veterans that moved out to Los Angeles about 3 years ago. I work as a nurse at a hospital in Los Angeles, and my wife is a funeral director in North Hollywood.
Well, what kind of dog are you looking for?
Size-wise, I guess not a teeny-weeny dog, and not a great big dog. I guess medium-sized?
Small, medium.
Yeah. When we originally contacted you, we talked about wanting a companion for our dog, Buddha. Unfortunately, Brandon, we lost Buddha back in June. Just a few weeks ago, some friends of ours who are Marine Corps got orders to Okinawa, so we've brought their dog into our family, Drogo.
So things have changed since we first started talking.
Yes.
Now you're looking for a companion for Drogo.
Right.
Tell me about him. What's he like?
Well, he's 11 years old, very, very friendly, very sociable.
What kind of dog is he?
He's a lab mix, very spry for an 11-year-old dog.
So everything I'm hearing sounds good. And I have to say, I do have a dog that potentially fits the profile of what you're looking for. He's actually in the yard right now. You want to come meet him?
I'd love to.
Love to.
Hi, Stewie.
Hey.
Come here.
Stewie has the sweetest face. He just really captured my heart the first time I saw him.
His personality sounds like it matches everything that you guys want for your lifestyle. However, there's a few things about him I have to tell you. Number one, he does have kennel cough right now. It's no big deal. Usually it heals up in a week or two, but it's very contagious. So after this meeting, when you go home to your dog, obviously wash your hands. The one thing I do have to tell you about him, he has sustained some sort of physical abuse. This does affect him around men. He might gravitate to you a little more.
Okay.
The road with you might be a little more slow and steady.
Sure.
The silver lining to all that is you can make his life better now. Do you two have any experience with abused dogs?
Actually, we do. My husband and I have had dogs in the past that have shown signs of abuse or we know have been abused. And they need a little extra tender, loving care. But I think once they're in a good, solid home where they know that they're wanted and loved, it becomes a whole lot less of an issue.
And it's important to us. We really wanted to give a dog a second chance.
The last step in the process is I'd like to get your dog Drogo out here to the ranch.
Oh,
just to make sure they get along.
No, I appreciate that.
All right, we're gonna get back to training.
Sounds good.
Come on, I'll walk you out.
Okay, thanks.
Since 2-year-old Stewie arrived at Lucky Dog Ranch, the name of the game has been healing. With the help of medication, he's getting over his kennel cough. But overcoming the emotional scars of abuse requires a more complex prescription. Since Stewie associates hands with negativity, Brandon must show him that hands can also be a source of love and affection. For that, Brandon turns to a technique known as counter-conditioning.
Good, good, good. Look at that.
By repeatedly exposing Stewie to hands in a positive way, through the use of treats and physical affection, Brandon safely forces Stewie to face his fears and, in turn, teaches him to associate hands with a positive experience.
After several days of conditioning Stewie, he showed a lot of improvement. Good, nice. He's still not perfect by any means, but at least now he has a foundation to build off of.
And Stewie's counter-conditioning reaps additional benefits.
This healing time for Stewie to get over his kennel cough, it's been gold because it's given us an opportunity to form a bond, to form a friendship. And in turn, that friendship has led to him wanting to learn things. Stay. Stewie, come. Come on. Come on. Now he's learning with efficiency. We're getting results now.
It's bacon. Follow the bacon. Come on. There you go. Good, good, good. There you go.
Now that Stewie is building trust in Brandon, it's time to see if that trust extends to others. In this case, children.
Stewie's new potential family has a 7-year-old grandson in the picture, so today I'll be going to a park to test him around kids to see how he does. As I'm walking through the park, I notice a mother with a group of kids there.
Come on, you want to say hi?
Go ahead and crouch down. All I'm doing is watching Stewie's reaction. If I see any red flags whatsoever, the deal is 100% off. You ready? Treat flat in your hand. Just show it to him. Offer it. Stewie, look it. There you go. Best friends for life. But Stewie sat there and enjoyed the company. Test complete.
After 2 weeks at Lucky Dog Ranch, Stewie the Dachshund Mix is hitting some major milestones. He's built trust with Brandon,
Stay.
nailed the common commands, and officially kicked his kennel cough. That means he's finally ready to meet the Lucky Dog Pack.
Let him in. Let him feel welcome. Come on. He's nervous. Give him a second.
Though Stewie's introduction goes smoothly at first, Brandon can't help noticing one concerning behavior.
I noticed when I put him with a pack of dogs, he was friendly with most, but there was 1 or 2 that was questionable. Stewie has what's known as defensive aggression. That is when a dog gets in your face and the dog reacts defensively.
This is of particular concern, since Stewie is going to a home with another dog, an 11-year-old lab mix named Drogo.
And the reality is, it takes 2 to tango. So today, I'm gonna get them together and see if they get along. If they get along, great. They're going home together. If they don't, the deal's off.
To ensure this new friendship starts off on the right foot, Brandon introduces them in neutral territory.
Territory can be one of the main reasons a dog can get aggressive. The training barn, no dog owns. No dog claims that as its territory because there are way too many dogs in there constantly. So the way I set this up was I had Drogo already in the training barn. He was locked off to a leash. This is for safety.
Come on. Come on.
So I walk Stewie into the barn. Instantly he perks up and goes and checks out the situation.
Who is that?
All I'm doing is looking for signs of aggression.
Drogo. Oi. You want to say hi?
I take my time until eventually I bring them nose to nose.
There you go. Good. Good.
And everything was going great until it wasn't. Suddenly I see Stewie's posture change. His lip starts curling and he gives a growl. Instantly I pulled him away.
Nope.
But mellow Drogo isn't fazed.
Drogo shrugged off that growl and Stewie's lip curl like a pro. And suddenly Stewie realizes that Drogo, he's not the bad guy here. From that moment, I felt a little bit safer about the 2 of them, so I unhooked Drogo from his leash.
Come here. Get up there. You guys don't learn to coexist. You have to work together.
When dogs start working together, they have something in common. Now they're forming a bond, they're forming a brotherhood. So I kept working them on the basics over and over. Stewie was getting into it, Drogo was getting into it. And next thing you know, the moment happened. You all right with this, Stewie? Yeah, it's your big brother. You gotta listen to him from now on, not me.
A few short weeks ago, 2-year-old Stewie was the only pup left without a home after the shelter's adoption event. But today, he too gets a second chance.
Brandon called us and asked us to come over to the park to come and pick up Drogo. I had no idea we would be getting Stewie today, too.
Well, hello.
You didn't expect two of them, huh?
No!
Hey.
It was just a huge, huge surprise.
Hey, Stewie.
It was pretty exciting. It was Christmas come early. And they seem to be doing just fine together.
Yeah.
They're doing beyond fine. I wouldn't have any worries.
Oh, good. I wanted you to have a buddy.
Good boy, Stewie. There you go. Good boy.
That made me extremely happy. It's really important to me that they be friends and buddies, and they won't be lonely. So he's everything we could have wished for.
The bottom line is these two are getting along just fine, so I think you're in the clear.
Oh, that's great.
Great.
So keep in mind Stewie's history. Just take it slow and steady. Every time you see him shutting down on you, it's most likely his history. So you got to be sensitive to his needs and just remember what he went through. But besides that, I like what I see. I think they're going to be just fine.
I think so, too.
Hey, Stewie, you look good in red, but I think you look better in some other color.
Aw.
Come here, Stewie. Take care of him.
We will.
And you take care of yourself, Stewie. All right, guys.
Okay.
Thanks again,
Thank
Brandon.
you.
I'm making my way down to the East Valley shelter to go look at a poodle schnauzer mix they found running the streets as a stray. Right off the bat, they say he is very sweet, but more importantly, they say he's extremely calm. And for quite some time now, I've been looking for a dog for a family who specifically needs not only a sweet dog, but a very calm dog, and it's for a very special reason. If everything works out, I think this dog is gonna be perfect.
Awaiting Brandon is a 2-year-old bundle of charm named Dodger.
There you are.
I heard about you. Yeah. I know. Oh my gosh, you're happy. You're so happy. You're the happiest dog in here. Come here.
I don't even have to ask the question if you're sweet. You've already answered that. So without further ado, come on. You and I are going for a little drive. Come on.
Yeah, I know. It's exciting. Come on.
I'm excited too.
Dodger's infectious yet gentle spirit could fall perfectly in line with the Duarte family. Jimmy, Leslie, and their 2 sons, Anthony, 10, and Matthew, 7.
The reason we're looking for a dog is for companionship for my boys, because they both have autism.
They're boy high functioning, but Anthony's more severe on the spectrum, where he throws meltdowns when he gets too overwhelmed. Matthew likes to keep to himself, and they still need a lot of help to bathe and to eat and to get ready to go to school.
And oftentimes, life's simple joys escalate into monumental tasks.
Just to take a simple walk with my boys, it's a challenge.
When I go walking by myself with them and one takes off running one way and then the other one takes off running the other way, it's very hard because it's like I can't split myself and have to run both ways.
It's heartbreaking to hear my wife say, all I wanted to do was take him for a walk.
But after witnessing interactions between their boys and their friends' dogs, Jimmy and Leslie noticed a curious and promising change.
If they're having behaviors, the dogs actually comforts them, and then the behaviors disappears.
It's gonna put me at ease knowing that if I'm not here, that dog will be able to help her control the both of them at the same time.
I know, it's exciting.
Back at the ranch, Dodger takes his first step towards becoming an official lucky dog in training.
Look at you. Enthusiasm. What I like to see around here.
And after receiving his red collar, it's down to the training yard for a meet and greet with the pack.
Let him in. Go on, make friends. Make friends. Welcome to the Lucky Dog Ranch.
Bright and early the next morning, classwork begins.
Today I'll be doing Dodger's assessment of his knowledge of the 7 common commands, which are sit, stay, down, come, off, heel, and no.
All right, come on, come on, come on.
The second I walk him into the barn, he starts jumping on me. So that's one thing he doesn't know.
Ah, I see you're a jumper. 1 down, 6 to go.
So I ask him to sit,
Can you sit? Nice.
and he gives me a perfect sit.
I'll take that.
Off to a great start.
How about a down?
You know a down? Good, nice.
Good. Hold it for me. Let me see how good you are. Good. Nice. Perfect. You know how to hold stuff, too.
Off to an even better start.
Do you know a stay?
Dodger starts off with a surprising understanding of the commands.
Do you know a stay? Is that a stay? Is that a real one?
Good. That's a stay. Perfect. If you know a stay, do you know a come? Good. Look at that. Perfect. Perfect. Good.
But it's one command that really trips up his assessment.
The one that concerned me the most was his heel.
How about a heel? Give me a heel. Slow it down. Hold on. Nope, nope, nope. Stay on one side. Do you heel? And you cross between legs.
Not only did he not know a heel, but he does what's called either leg crossing or weaving.
That would put you as a dangerous little walker.
When a dog weaves between your legs when you're just trying to walk him, it's dangerous. And the family he's going to and the purpose he'll serve there, there's no room for danger like this.
All right, where do I start with you?
We'll decide that tomorrow. Come on.
That's enough for the day.
Come on.
A few short months ago, Jimmy and Leslie Duarte reached out to Brandon in hopes of finding a canine companion to help with their 2 autistic sons, Matthew and Anthony. Brandon's most recent rescue, an affable schnauzer mix named Dodger, appears to be the perfect playmate. But before Brandon can be sure of his placement, he'll need to head to the Duartes for a proper home visit.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, how are you? Good to finally meet you.
Hey, Brandon.
Hey.
Nice to meet you.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
This is my son, Matthew.
Hi, Matthew. I'm Brandon.
And here's my son, Anthony, over here.
Hi, Anthony. I'm Brandon. How are you?
After a short meet and greet with the kids, the parents and I sat down and we got right to it. The first question I have for you is, what's life like around here every day?
Every day is a challenge.
They're both different on the spectrum, one more severe than the other one. They're both very high functioning.
We get them in baseball, we play with the football, soccer. We keep them active. We have to, because or else they'll just do one thing all the time.
And I'll assume you want the dog to be part of these activities as well?
Yes, I think by having the dog there with them when they're doing these activities will give them more encouragement.
What about being in public with the kids? How is it?
It's a challenge, and it's hard for me to control both of them at the same time. Even when we go for walks and I'm by myself with them, they have a habit of running, and I have to keep reminding them, watch for cars, you have to wait for mommy in the corner, hold my hands.
How do you think a dog would benefit both of your children?
Once a month, we would go to a friend's house and watch the dogs. And we started noticing that when we were there, the boys wouldn't have meltdowns. They would sit next to the dog, they would pet the dog.
When I heard this, it was really no surprise because that's very common with a lot of autistic kids. Hypothetically, if this dog were to be in your house today, tell me about the dog's life. What would it be like?
I'm home every day. I will be the one taking care of him until the kids and my husband will come home. And at night, he will be sleeping in our son's room. Anthony has issues sleeping at night where he wakes up in the middle of the night and he's waking me up constantly. As of right now, I'm his companion. I would like for the dog to be sleeping with Anthony so Anthony can feel more comfort.
Is there some sort of small blanket or anything that he sleeps with every night that I can use for the training process?
Yes.
I promise it'll come back in one piece. Everything I heard today from the family, it sounds pretty doable, but autistic kids do have the tendency to be a little bit unpredictable. The only way to truly find out if Dodger is the dog that can handle unpredictable behavior is to get back to the ranch right now, start testing and training him.
Class is in session at Lucky Dog Ranch as 2-year-old Dodger begins digging into his obedience training. And though he showed an impressive understanding of many of the common commands during his assessment, it's his unfocused heel that concerns Brandon the most.
Weaving is only good for agility, but when a dog weaves between your legs when you're just trying to walk him, it's dangerous. If he trips somebody, he could potentially hurt them.
Luckily, Dodger's appetite makes training one step easier.
He's a chow hound. He loves food. If a dog likes food, the sky is the limit.
All right, very simple.
To capitalize on this food drive, Brandon utilizes one of his favorite tools, the lure stick.
There you go. Good, good. That's a heel. That's a heel. Perfect. Good, good, good.
With enough work, Dodger drops his dodge and weave for a more straightforward approach.
And a heel. There we go. Look at that. Oh, nice and smooth. Look at you.
But he still needs to prove he can replicate the command in the absence of a treat. For this, Brandon drops the lure stick entirely.
All right. Show me what you learned. Come on. And a heel. There we go. That's a heel. Perfect, perfect. Look at that. Look at that, like a real pro. Good, good, good. Here, you get one of these. There, here. I lied. You get two of them.
Dodger's taste buds serve him well on the heel and the other 6 commands.
All right, come on.
But it's his sense of smell that plays a prominent role in his next lesson.
Although Dodger is for both of the kids, Dodger will be sleeping in Anthony's room at night. How do I teach Dodger that he has to lie in Anthony's bed every single night?
To do this, Brandon incorporates Anthony's blanket.
This will be the easiest thing you've ever done, trust me.
This is a technique I call positive scent association. And this is where I get a dog used to a particular scent through positive experiences. The way I start off this technique is very simple. I simply put the blanket on the training platform and I throw a treat on top of it. Good, good. Look at that.
Get used to that.
And every time he grabs a treat, I simply click and I reward, I praise him. I let him know this is exactly what I want you to be doing. See, I go like this, I put it here. Good, good. So I pick up the blanket and move it to a different area, and once again, the process gets repeated. Good. Watch this. Voila. Look at that, it opens up. Come here. Oh yeah, there you go. There you go. Get used to that. Okay, look at it. Good. Stay on it. There you go. Relax. There you go. Good, good.
No matter where the blanket moves,
Come get it. Good. Look at that.
treats and affection follow. And before long, Anthony's blanket becomes Dodger's new BFF.
Oh.
2-year-old Dodger is on the verge of finding a forever home with the Duarte family. But preparing him for life with 2 autistic young boys requires a multifaceted approach. Though Dodger has already been acclimated to the boys' scent through the use of positive scent association, there's still one more important area Brandon needs to broach.
Because both of these kids are autistic, sometimes their behavior can be a little unpredictable. If Dodger has no tolerance for unpredictability, he's the wrong dog.
All right, it's very simple.
I call it the push-pull test. What I'm doing here is testing Dodger's tolerance level. If I see one red flag while I'm doing this, I'm pulling the plug. I started off slowly. I simply reach in and I give his front paws a little pull. And I just do this and do this and do this. Good, good. And he doesn't react at all. So I go ahead and reward him. I praise him for doing nothing. From there, I take his cheeks, give a little pull. I push on his body here. I push on his body there. I take his tail. I pull a little bit. And again, he's not reacting. There really is no breaking point here. But I want to be 100% convinced that Dodger really is the right dog for both of these boys. So day after day, I repeated the process, incorporating the push-pull testing with the positive scent association. My goal with the push-pull testing is to go beyond the testing point and turn it into a fun game for Dodger. His tolerance level was probably among the best I've ever seen.
Now confident that Dodger can keep cool under pressure, Brandon prepares him for life in his new home, acclimating him to family activities and new people, big and small.
You guys can pet him, go ahead.
Brandon is more than pleased with what he sees.
Dodger is doing well here at the Lucky Dog Ranch, but at the end of the day, this all means nothing if he can't do well with the boys.
Coming up,
we still have a lot of work to do. I still have to be convinced that Dodger is right for this family. And then we say sit.
Sit.
And then we say down.
For months, Brandon has been on a personal mission to scout out a loving and calm companion for 2 autistic young boys. That search ended the day he met Dodger.
Today's the big day for Dodger. It's the day he gets to meet his new forever family. The moment I walked in the house, the entire family's eyes, they all lit up. Boys, where are the boys at?
Hey.
You boys want to say hi to your new dog?
It was so exciting to see him walking in, to see the kids' reaction. I mean, we had a reaction ourselves too.
Watch this. Give me a sit. Give me a sit. And then from here, we go down. And then we say sit. And then we say down. And then we say sit. And we can just do this all day.
The reaction of my kids is a big deal for me because we've worked so hard to get them everything they need. And it touches my heart because there's nothing I wouldn't do for my kids.
I'm gonna spend a few hours here with you guys, making sure you understand not only how to work your dog, but the kids know how to walk him. This is just the tip of the iceberg. I still have to be convinced that Dodger is right for this family. All right, come on, let's get to work. I spent the better part of the day with them, working with them as a family, working with them one-on-one, how to work through situations if they see something come up, showing them what to do, and more importantly, what not to do. So watch, we say sit.
Sit.
Now watch, we go down.
Down.
And then we say sit.
Sit.
And then we say down.
Down.
Try that. Show them you have a treat. Now say sit.
Sit.
There you go. Now say down.
Down.
There you go. Now, and I have to say, I was quite impressed.
After a thorough lesson in obedience, Brandon takes to the streets for his next surprise.
Because the parents are concerned about the kids running off on them as they're walking the dog, I devised a plan that could potentially prevent that in the future. Both kids seem to really like being involved with the dog walking process, so what I did was a daisy chain technique, and this is where the parent has one leash connected to the front, and the child can hang on to a second leash connected to the other side, where the kid now feels more involved.
There you go. Hang on to it. Make sure you hang on to it. There you go. Always hang on to it.
They're always gonna wanna have Dodger next to them. They'll be more focused on where Dodger is all the time, that they won't wanna worry about wandering or running ahead. And that's a good thing. That's a major thing for me.
And after a long day of hard work, Brandon witnesses the ultimate confirmation.
What really sealed the deal for me was when I saw Dodger lying on Anthony's blanket on Anthony's bed. It's comfortable, isn't it? There was just one more thing left to do. Come here. One more thing to do. I know. Yeah. You don't have to wear that anymore. Dodger was your classic case of an underdog, a mutt found in the streets and thrown in the shelter with time running out. But little did this underdog know he was bound for great things in this world. Yeah. You graduated. Congratulations, buddy. So long, Dodger. Be good. Take care of yourself.
It's helped me get through my day, knowing that Dodger is gonna be able to help us out. We waited a long time for this, and I'm glad that they finally came.
It's gonna be great having Dodger here with the boys, and now we're one big family.
From hopeless to a home. That's my mission. One dog at a time.